Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Ask Coach Marie. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching, and your host on this series. This is the place where you ask a question, and I give my unique opinion as a life renewal coach, astrologer, and past life regression facilitator. Please know that I'm not a therapist, and I will never tell you what you must do. Each week on Friday, I answer 2 questions from the viewers. In addition to those 2 questions, I talk about various other life renewal topics. Let's get started with the questions for this week. Our first question comes from Kevin, who is in Boise, Idaho. Kevin writes, "We're almost halfway through 2026, and I haven't touched the goals I set in January. Is it too late to turn this year around, or should I just wait for 2027? Hi, Kevin, and thank you for that question. It's never too late to start working on your goals. Take a look at your goals and how much you have on the list, and see if you can't break each goal down into doable steps. This is something that is important to do because it does help you to actually achieve the goal. You also want to look at what happened the earlier part of the year that caused you not to be able to start the goals. Was it because the goals were too large, because you have been extremely busy, or is it something else? Also, look at the goals to see if they are still relevant for you. And if they are, by all means, go ahead and start them. Now, I would recommend talking to an astrologer to help you pinpoint a good start date for particular goals. And an astrologer can help you do this. Gives you a leg up, so to speak. It doesn't mean that you can't accomplish the goal if you don't get an astrologer to tell you when to start. Not at all. It's just that it will give you a boost up. Now, with these goals, like I said, look at each goal and see how long you think it might take you to accomplish the goal. Whatever time frame you put together, be okay with it taking longer or maybe not as long to actually accomplish the goal. Because once you start working on something, it's amazing how sometimes we underestimate how much time it actually takes to accomplish a goal. And that's okay. But, at least estimate how long a particular goal will take you. Break the goal down into doable steps. For example, decide what you're going to do about what aspect of the goal you're going to work on in a given week. Be realistic about what time you have available. Goals need to be measurable. They need to be realistic. They need to be attainable. And you also need to set a date of when you want that particular aspect of the goal completed. And, you move on to the next part of the goal and you keep going until you have completed the goal. And also, it's a good idea if you would like to, I'll throw it out there to you, to enlist the help of someone else as an accountability partner. They don't have to help you with the goal unless you just need the help. But let somebody else know what it is you are working to accomplish and let them know when you're planning on finishing it, and set up some type of system so that you can let them know when you've completed certain aspects of the goal. You would be amazed at how wonderful you'll feel, texting your friend or calling them or letting them know that you've accomplished that goal. By all means, it is never too late to start a goal. So go ahead, run for it. Or should I say run for it or go for it? Anyway, let me know how you're getting on with your goals, and if you need any help with accountability or finding out the best time to start, reach out. I'm here for you. All right. Let's move on to the life renewal topic for this week. Our life renewal topic is the power of the mid-year pivot. Why June is the best time for a second new year. And it's the best time because we're at the halfway point. It's also summer. In addition to it being summer, it's a month that is on the cusp. It's spring still at the beginning of June until June 21st, where summer actually starts. But June is the month where summer starts. So it's a cuspal month in between spring and summer. And so it's a good month to actually make that shift. And usually we're feeling pretty good if we're in the northern hemisphere with June because it is summertime and we want to be out and about and we've got more sunlight and more energy usually during this time. So it's a good time to reset your goals, to actually look at your goals and see what it is you want to do. What do you want to accomplish for the rest of the year? You also want to be realistic about what it is you can accomplish, because if you're working 60 hours a week or 80 hours a week and you've got this huge goal, doesn't mean you can't reach the goal. You just have to stretch out the time frame of when you're going to accomplish the goal. And you'll have to break that goal down into smaller pieces, doable pieces, because if you're working a lot, you don't have a lot of free time. And how much time do you have a day or a week to actually work on the goal? Know that small chunks of time work better than not working on the goal at all. You will reach the goal. It just will take you a little bit longer to do. So I hope that helps you. And let's move on to the last question for this week, okay? Our last question comes from Chloe in Chicago, Illinois. And Chloe writes, I realized the goals I set in January don't even matter to me anymore after the shifts in February. How do I quit a goal without feeling like a failure? That's a really good question, Chloe. When you want to not accomplish a goal and it's because the goal doesn't fit anymore, as in your case, you have to actually sit with the goal and release it. Release it out to the universe for someone else because it's no longer your goal. If you can do some type of ceremony, it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. It is just a release. Go out in nature or sit on your couch or in a chair and have a conversation with yourself about the goal. Be very clear on why it doesn't work anymore and say to it that you are releasing it. This will help you to not feel any guilt. Know, though, why you're actually releasing it and make sure that it is because it doesn't serve your highest good anymore. That is totally fine. We all change our mind. It also doesn't mean that the goal might not come back to you later on. It might. And if it does, if you need to revisit it again, look at it and see if it is something that you want to actually do. As I said, it's totally fine to release goals. Just release them with love and move on. So I hope that helps. Please write me and let me know how you feel about releasing the goal, if you released it, and how you feel after you've released the goal. I look forward to hearing from you. All right. We have come to the end of this particular episode. Thank you for spending your time with me. I do appreciate it. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell to be notified of upcoming videos. I do have a gift for you, and it is a 5-day free downloadable e-course, which is about jumpstarting your life, about the journey that you're on. It's to help you move forward in the journey of your life. Go to my website, padmalifecoaching.com, and click on the download button to download the free e-course. Every day for 5 days, you'll receive a prompt asking you to write or do certain things for yourself. It's totally free. And as I said, it's designed to help you jumpstart the journey of your life to move forward. If you would like to learn more about my journey, check out my book, And the Lotus Opened, a memoir. That book can be found anywhere online books are sold. It is And the Lotus Opened, a memoir. I also have a Substack page. The link is in the comment section. On the Substack page, I do a deep dive into the topics that I talk about here on the YouTube channel. So please be sure to check out the Substack page and subscribe. If you'd like to send me a question that you'd like me to answer for you here, please send it to padmacoach@icloud.com. That's padmacoach@icloud.com. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate you, and I will see you back here next week. Bye-bye.